Clarence Clyde Seedorf. Born April 1, 1976, is a Dutch former footballer and former manager of AC Milan, regarded by many as one of the best midfielder of his generation. Seedorf is one of the most decorated Dutch players ever. He is considered the most successful player in Champions League history, as he is the first and the only player to have won the Champions League 4 times with 3 different clubs: Ajax in 1995, Real Madrid in 1998 and Milan in 2003 and 2007. Early career. Born in Paramaribo, Suriname, Clarence Seedorf was raised in Almere, Flevoland, where he moved to when he was 2 years old. Growing up in a footballing family, with both his younger brothers Jawan Korteragian and Cedric Seedorf, and his father former player and talent agent Johan Seedorf, Clarence began his career at the age of 6 in the youth ranks of his local amateur sides VVAS 80 and Real Almere, before being discovered and recruited to the ranks of nearby Dutch giants AFC Ajax, by Urgent Scouting Team. The talent agency, which was set up by Johan Cruyff himself, responsible for recruiting the likes of Frank and Ronald de Boer, Edgar Davids, Robert Wycht and Patrick Kluivert to the club as well. Following in their brothers' footsteps, under the guidance of their father and talent agent, his siblings and cousin Stefano Seedorf would later equally join the ranks of Ajax. Club career. Ajax. As a product of the famed Ajax Youth Academy, Clarence Seedorf started his career as a right midfielder for Ajax during the early 1990s. He made his professional debut on November 29, 1992 against Groningen at the age of 16 years and 242 days, making him the youngest debutant for Ajax ever. He quickly established himself as the first choice on his position under manager Louis van Gaal, and in the 1993 Euro 94 season, his second with the club, he helped the Amsterdam side to win the treble, securing the league title, the Dutch Cup and the Dutch Super Cup in the same year. The following season saw Seedorf help his side secure consecutive Super Cup and league titles, as well as help his side to their 4th European Cup trophy, winning the 1994 Euro 95 UEFA Champions League, defeating Milan in the final. He played a key role in the Champions League final, before being replaced in the 53rd minute by striker Nwankwo Kanu. Patrick Kluivert scored a late goal to lift Ajax to a 1-0 victory over the Italian giants, who Seedorf would later go on to represent for a decade. While at Ajax, he was part of a trio known as De Cabell, composed of Edgar Davids, Patrick Kluivert and himself. Later Winston Bogarde and Michael Reiziger would be added to the group to make it a quintet. What had started as a friendship was then taken over during the UEFA Euro 1996 to describe the group. Sampdoria, opting not to extend his contract with Ajax following their European success and the Bosman ruling, Seedorf signed a 1-year contract with Italian Serie A side UC Sampdoria instead. While not able to obtain any silverware in his first season at his new club, Seedorf appeared in 32 matches, while scoring 3 goals, helping his side to an 8th-place finish in the table, all the while maintaining the form he had demonstrated at Ajax in the past. Clarence Seedorf was then able to secure a transfer to Real Madrid, moving to the Spanish Primera División by the end of the season. Real Madrid. Seedorf moved to Real Madrid in 1996, where he was virtually ever present in the Blancos team for the first 3 seasons. In his first season, he helped the team regain the La Liga title. In his second season, he played a major role in the team's Champions League success, as Real Madrid secured a 1-0 victory over Juventus in the final, earning his second Champions League title of his career. While playing for Real Madrid, Seedorf scored a notable long-range goal against Atletico Madrid in 1997. At the end of the 1998 Euro 99 season, Real Madrid and Juventus wanted to swap Seedorf for Zinedine Zidane, but the deal didn't go through and the French playmaker waited 2 more years before joining Real Madrid. Starting from the summer of 1999, Seedorf's role at Real Madrid became less prominent during the short term of Dutch coach Guus Hiddink at the club, and he was eventually transferred back to Italy during the 1999 Euro 00 season, this time to Internazionale, for a fee about 44 billion Italian lira. Internazionale, on December 24, 1999, Seedorf moved to Internazionale in a $24.35 million deal after cementing his place in the Real Madrid midfield for over 3 years. Despite helping the team to the Coppa Italia final later that season, a 2-1 aggregate loss to Lazio where Seedorf scored Inter's only goal, Seedorf could not help bring any major silverware to the club. However, he is remembered by many Inter fans for his 2 goals against Juventus in a 2-2 draw on March 9, 2002, both of which were superb long-range efforts. Milan. After 2 years with Internazionale, Seedorf moved to their city rival Milan in 2002, exchanged with Francesco Coco. He won the Coppa Italia with Milan in 2003, which was the first time they had won the competition in 26 years. In the same season, Seedorf gained his 3rd Champions League medal, to become the first player to win the Champions League with 3 different clubs. The All-Italian final saw Milan beat Juventus on penalties after a 0-0 draw, despite Seedorf failing to convert his own penalty. The following season, 2003-04, Seedorf played a role in the Milan side that won Serie A. It was also Seedorf's 4th National League title win of his career, after his 2 Dutch title wins with Ajax and his 1 Spanish win with Real Madrid. Seedorf played a major role as Milan reached the Champions League final again in 2005, scoring the only goal of the game in their opening group match against Shakhtar Donetsk on September 14, 2004 and appearing in all 13 matches. He started the Istanbul tie against Liverpool in which Milan contrived to lose a 3-0 lead, eventually losing on penalties after a 3-3 draw. Seedorf did not take a spot kick. Milan also finished runners-up in the Serie A, 7 points behind champions Juventus, although Juventus was stripped of the title and Milan docked points for match fixing. A match-fixing scandal tarnished Serie A and Milan were weakened by the scandal but were allowed to continue in Europe the following season, which led to their best players staying at the club. Seedorf's role as foil to Kaká became increasingly impressive as the pair combined in style to score and supply the goals which drove Milan past Bayern Munich and Manchester United to another Champions League final, again against Liverpool, beating them 2-1 in Athens, with Seedorf collecting his 4th UEFA Champions League medal. In that same year, Seedorf was a part of a Milan squad which won the FIFA Club World Cup, becoming the first European player to win the trophy with 3 different clubs. He ended up winning the silver ball for the competition. At the end of the 2006-07 season, Seedorf was voted best midfielder of the Champions League. He played his 100th game in the Champions League on December 4 against Celtic. In Milan, Seedorf formed a formidable midfield partnership with Gennaro Gattuso and Andrea Pirlo, which began since the 2002-03 season. This midfield trio was still used in the starting lineup until the 2011-12 season, although their form had been declining. Under the guidance of coach Carlo Ancelotti, their role was to support an attacking midfielder, whether it be Rivaldo, Rui Costa, Kaká, or Ronaldinho. Seedorf became the foreigner with the most appearances for Milan following a game against his former club, Sampdoria, which he scored in. At 395 appearances, he passed Nils Liedholm for this historic milestone. During the Sampdoria game, he also became the 9th highest scoring foreigner for Milan with 58 goals. On March 29, 2010, Seedorf was the target of racist chants from Lazio fans in a 1-1 draw, which led to the Rome club being given a €15,000 fine by the Italian Football Federation. This led the Italy's Players' Union want racism stamped out in Serie A. He won his 2nd Scudetto with Milan in the 2010-11 Serie A season, where he once again played a vital role. He scored 4 goals and made 36 appearances in the 2010-11 season. Seedorf added yet another medal to his trophy cabinet in the first official game of the 2011-12 season, where he played the full 90 minutes in a 2-1 comeback win over rivals Internazionale in the Supercoppa Italiana. He scored the winning goal of Milan's first win of the 2011-12 Serie A campaign, a 1-0 defeat of Siena on September 24. Seedorf was ranked 7th of the 20 best players of the Champions League, a list which was compiled in 2012 to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the competition. Many say that he should be ranked much higher than that because he is the player with the most Champions League titles. The ranking was done by Champions, the official magazine of UEFA. On May 14, he revealed that he was playing his last match with Milan against Nova that day. He also confirmed that he would continue to play football for another club. On June 21, Seedorf held a press conference announcing his departure from Milan, stating, "I am leaving after 10 wonderful years. I leave a family after playing for the Rossoneri for a decade and winning 2 Champions League, 2 Scudettos and a Coppa Italia." Club CEO Adriano Galliani spoke of Seedorf following the player's departure in the highest regard, stating, "When Milan played well, which happened often, each and every time it occurred Seedorf played an amazing match. He is a world-class player." Botafogo. On June 30, 2012, Seedorf signed a 2-year contract with Botafogo. The veteran midfielder made his debut with the Brazilian side on July 22 against Grêmio. On August 5, Seedorf scored his first goal for Botafogo, curling in a free kick against Atlético. On September 5 Seedorf scored 2 goals and made an assist against Cruzeiro, helping Botafogo to a 3-1 victory. On February 3, 2013, for the first time on his career, Seedorf scored a hat-trick against Macaé Copyright Esporte Clube, in his first game as a starter player in this year. Before that game, Seedorf played the second half against Fluminense and made a good assist to Bolivar, who tied the match. On March 10, 2013, Seedorf won his first title with the club, the first round of 2013 Campeonato Carioca, 2013 Tour Seccional Guanabara, 2013 Tour Seccional Rio. On May 5, Seedorf won the second round of 2013 Campeonato Carioca, 2013 Tour Seccional Rio, against Fluminense. That is also the day of his first official title for Botafogo, the 2013 Campeonato Carioca, as the team won both rounds and no final match was needed. On June 6, he scored his 100th goal in national leagues, 11 with Ajax, 3 with Sampdoria, 15 with Real Madrid, 8 with Internazionale, 47 with Milan and 16 with Botafogo. On January 14, 2014, Seedorf announced his retirement from playing football. Seedorf announced that he is ending his playing career to take up the manager position at AC Milan following the sacking of Massimiliano Allegri. International career. Due to Surinamese rules against dual citizenship, players who take Dutch citizenship are no longer eligible to represent the Netherlands' former colony. Because of this, Seedorf, then of Ajax, played international football for the Netherlands national football team. He received his first call-up on December 14, 1994, at the age of 18, against Luxembourg. Seedorf scored on his debut, helping his team to a 5-0 victory in a Euro 1996 qualifying match. Seedorf was in the Netherlands squad for the UEFA European Championships in 1996, 2000 and 2004, as well as the 1998 FIFA World Cup. On November 12, 2006, Seedorf was recalled for the first time since June 2004 as a replacement for the injured Wesley Sneijder. He started and played the full 90 minutes in a 1-1 friendly draw against England. Seedorf won the last of his 87 caps for the Netherlands in 2008. In the Euro 2008 qualifiers against Romania and Slovenia, Seedorf played 4 and 6 minutes respectively. There were doubts on his position within the national team, as Marco van Basten favoured younger players such as Rafael van der Vaart, Wesley Sneijder and Robin van Persie. On May 13, 2008, Seedorf announced that he would not take part in Euro 2008, due to his ongoing conflict with Van Basten. Managerial career. Seedorf was appointed the new head coach of AC Milan on January 16, 2014. On January 19, Seedorf won his first managerial match against Hellas Verona, with Mario Balotelli scoring the lone goal of the game. Seedorf was dismissed by AC Milan on June 9, 2014 after just 4 months on the job. Filippo Inzaghi was named his successor. Other work. Seedorf has dabbled in media-related work during recent years. He joined the BBC's team covering the 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa. Working as a television pundit, he also presented a number of features for the BBC coverage, including one about Robben Island. He also joined the BBC for their Match of the Day live coverage of the 2012 UEFA European Championship in Poland and Ukraine. Seedorf was widely praised for his contribution to the BBC's coverage, with a Daily Mail article praising his classy, informed stints in the BBC studio. He has also made appearances on Match of the Day too during the English Football League season. Because of his strong connection with the country Suriname where Seedorf was born, he is involved in many social development projects there. He built his own Clarence Seedorf Stadium in the district of Para in Suriname. In this stadium the Para Juniors League of Suriname is being held and the teams of the Suri Profs and Brothers play there regularly. With his Champions for Children Foundation he supports projects for good causes in Suriname. For this, Suriname has honored him to Commander of the High Order of the Yellow Star, and recently in 2011 the Netherlands also honored him to Knight in the Order of Orange Nassau. On June 5, 2009, Clarence Seedorf announced at a press conference after a meeting with Nelson Mandela that he had become the Nelson Mandela Foundation's latest legacy champion. He joins Patrice Motsepe, Tokyo Seksual, David Rockefeller, Peggy Delaney and Bill Clinton, who are also members of a select group of philanthropists who are helping to ensure that Mr. Mandela's legacy lives on. In 2012 and 2014, Seedorf took part in Soccer Aid, a charity match at Old Trafford with former professional players and celebrities. He played for the Rest of the World team against England. In 2014, he scored a hat-trick and the Rest of the World won for €2 and they raised over £4 million. Career statistics, club, as of June 9, 2014, statistics accurate as of last match played on December 8, 2013. 1 includes UEFA Champions League and UEFA Europa League matches. 2 includes the Johan Cruyff Shield and Eredivisie playoffs matches. International goals, scores and results list. Netherlands goal tally first. Managerial statistics, as of May 4, 2014, honours, club, Ajax, Eredivisie, 1993 €94, 1994 €95, KNVB Cup, 1992 €93, Johan Cruyff Skull, 1993, 1994, UEFA Champions League, 1994 €95 Real Madrid, La Liga, 1996 €97, Supercopa de Espanha ±A, 1997, UEFA Champions League, 1997 €98, Intercontinental Cup, 1998, Milan, Serie A, 2003 €04. 2010 €11, Coppa Italia, 2002 €03, Supercoppa Italiana, 2004, 2011, UEFA Champions League, 2002 €03, 2006 €07, UEFA Super Cup, 2003, 2007, FIFA Club World Cup, 2007, Botafogo, Campeonato Carioca, 2013, Individual, Dutch Football Talent of the Year, 1993, 1994, ESM Team of the Year, 1996 €97, UEFA Team of the Year, 2002, 2007, UEFA Best Midfielder Award. 2006 €07, FIFA Club World Cup Silver Ball, 2007 Real Madrid Team of the Century, 2008, Knight of the Order of Orange Nassau, Commander of the Honorary Order of the Yellow Star, Nelson Mandela Legacy Champion, FIFA 100. References. External links, Clarence Seedorf official website, Clarence Seedorf profile and stats at Wereld van Oranje.